Hi guys, Marika here with another card tutorial. This is the third in the Cam Create series where I follow along the MFT Cam Create challenges that has been the past week. And today, the third of them is Remarkable Resist. And this is where you do some heat embossing and then some ink resisting, which I love. I think it's so much fun. I wanted to use some more like covering stamps, so I've chose to use these paws and a little bone from the stamp set Lucky Dog. And because this was basically the only full stamps I had in my stash. I did find a couple of sentiments that's a little bit bigger that I could have used, but I kind of like the idea of paw prints. So start by stamping my little paw prints all over this little cardstock, remembering after I done it like 3 times that maybe I should use my heat tool or my embossing buddy thingy from AK Success so that it just stick on the little paw prints. But I'm stamping it all over with some Versamark ink because it's very, very sticky, and I actually really like this ink to use for distressing. And then I'm using some clear embossing powder. Just anyone will do. This might be Simon's stamp or Ranger's. I have actually lost the little note on my embossing box that I have it in, so some of that, but it is a clear embossing powder anyhow, just ordinary clear embossing powder. After I heat set it with my heat tool, I am now going to do some blending on top, and I'm going to use the same colors that I've used for card 1 and 2, so we're going in with some greens, and the greens I'm using today is going to be Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. So I'm starting with the Twisted Citron and kind of blending an even coat of blend on this. The cardstock I'm using is the Sweet Tooth cardstock by My Favorite Things, and I'm using those spare pieces that I got left over when I did the card bases. So all the card bases for the cards this little series are 4¼ by 4¼ and when you do that you get a little sliver of cardstock left, and I'm using this to play along with. Here you see I have this pack of papers from My Favorite Things. They have 3 different these packs where you can find all of the colors of their cardstock. I really love having these because then I can look at the cardstock and like, this is what I want to do. I do want to kind of cut out some kind of die out of them all and mark them with the colors they are so that I can buy more when I want to. But yeah, so that is a beautiful green cardstock. I'm going to put the name of the cardstock in the description down below. I go back with the Mowed Lawn because I realized I wanted this piece to actually lay horizontally instead of vertically. So after doing that, I can actually place it vertically and it has a little bit more of a balance to the card. I'm using my Crafter's Companion tape runner for my tape, which is my favorite tape because when you push it down, it sticks really good. To finish this card off, I wanted to do some stamping and coloring because that is what I love. So I decided to go with 3 of these little doggies that were in this stamp set. They are so adorable. And I'm stamping them with the Steel Grey ink by My Favorite Things. I think I called it Slate Grey before, but it's actually called Steel Grey. And it's almost black, but not fully black. And I really like it. It's the hybrid ink, so it's Copic safe. So I'm going to do some Copic coloring, and because I didn't want to color green dogs. You can probably make green dogs, but I really didn't want to color green dogs. I put out my E40s because I thought the E40s would be a great contrast color to the greens. The E40s is one of those really muted browns, so you can really use it with any color scheme you want to. Whether it's a bright color scheme or a softer color scheme, it works really, really good. And I'm using the lighter colors, the E43, 42, 41 and 40 for the doggies. I'm then using some R30s for the ears and some E47 for their noses. The little bulldog, I think he's a bulldog, he's going to get some dark spots where he has his eyes also, because I thought that would be pretty good, pretty nice. And their tummies are a little bit lighter, just using the E41 and E40 to do that. And to finish it off, I'm gonna do a little green belt and go in with my white gel pen for the small details. Then I'm cutting them out, and again, these dies do have coordinating dies, so if you don't like fuzzy cutting, you can always get the dies and you don't have to sit there and cut. But these took very little time to cut out, I think less than a minute each. They're very straightforward and they're adorable. Isn't they adorable? I think they are adorable. I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors to cut them out, and then it's just putting it together. However, I need a sentiment, so I have chosen one, which is just, I love these sentiments. They're kind of fun, and your dog gone awesome is what this specific one says. I like everything that says awesome because it's awesome word. Then I'm setting up my cardstock again onto my grid mat and trying to line it up on the grid mat to kind of figure out so I get it somewhat in the middle of the card. And then I'm adding some of this 3M Scotch foam tape on the backside of my little doggies because I want them to stand out a little bit. And the natural shadow that creates by the foam tape helps them stand out, and I really like that effect. So the front facing doggy gets to be in the middle, and then the other two doggies gets to look at this really awesome dog in the middle. Yes. And that is the card for today. I hope you liked it. If you do, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Down below you find all the details of all the supplies used. And here are 2 other videos from this challenge. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!